Hi folks, how you doing? It's Mark Ray. It's a Friday and we're about to get into looking at how the soundtrack to the Caterpillar Club was made. Today we're going to be looking at chapter 42, a chapter called Belonging. We're going to be looking at a Peter Gabriel album which forms a narrative plot part of the book. It's this classic album here, which is certainly what I think Peter Gabriel's greatest work is. And the melting face here plays a big part in the description of the main character, Simon Radcliffe, who is facing a lot of issues. He's basically got some issues going on where he has to go to a mental health and tinnitus support group called Rings and Things. And in this group, we see him introduced to lots of other chaps who have interesting issues going on. And chapter 42 is where it resolves at the end, but basically some other stuff kicks in, which sort of leads to the main plot of the novel unfolding into a cacophonous, worrisome scenario at the end. So let me just read you the words here. This is just coming from Sweden. It's now in the air, the special vinyl copies of this. So I'm going to read you chapter 42 from the inner sleeve. Behind a red velvet curtain, a tannoy speaker plays droning music. Familiar drums are looping. 2 bars of the intro drums of Intruder are stuck jumping on a record player at the base of some wooden stairs. Okay, how about this then? These are the drums indeed that I'm referring to in the book. Okay, this is the album with Biko and Games Without Frontiers on it. Seriously, whatever you think of Peter Gabriel, this is a masterpiece of political commentary, socio-political commentary, mental health commentary. It's a brilliant piece of work. Okay, so in the novel, the main character samples Family Snapshot from this, and it leads to a little bit of a problem later on in the book when lots of things go wrong with that remix as well. Okay, so without giving too much away, let's look at how the music was made. Okay, so we started out with my Clap When You're Slipping edit, which basically is extremely well appreciated on SoundCloud over there, so thanks for you who got it. And it includes Naughty by Nature, Little Kim, and War, Slipping Into Darkness. You may have watched about a year ago, I did a breakdown. Could be longer. So all that remained was the drums from it, but let's have a listen to where it came from, tempo wise.
Break it down, break it down. Break it down, break it down.
Okay, we don't have to go into any more with that, but that's 104 BPM. It's a tempo I really like. This sort of between 100 and 110, you get like a crossover momentum of where it's like slow disco in a way. Okay, it's 4 to the floor as well. So took the drums from there and basically came up with this, which is a track which will have not been heard anywhere else in the world apart from here today, other than in the mastering studio. And basically it's a track that's trying to convey that there is warmth and resolution in life. That's why it's called Belonging. It's supposed to be playfully giving you that that deep shot to your heart that you believe that the world is a nice place. Okay, so let's have a listen to it. Nice bass line in there. Elements. So I've got these hanging pads, and in essence, because, as I was saying last week, that the book is dealing with change, but then also echoes of the past, we can use a lot of the effects that you would use in writing music to give that sense of the past sort of echoing forward or reverberating forward. So basically, I've chosen a lot of sounds like that, and in this one, because I've told you it's about the resolution of belonging in social groups, and what this mental health tinnitus clinic was supposedly about. We've got like some almost like, you're breastfeeding on milk. This is what I'm going for here, because there's also very deep things about being a child and also creating children and how we are looked after emotionally in life. Okay, so here we go. It's hopeful. It's got a little sort of glimmer of, perhaps you could even say, 1940s melody in there, okay? Another element I wanted to talk to you about, which is used, because I can explain to you how I've used music in the narrative with this novel, is that basically at some point in the book, a record that is yellow and in the English language becomes green and changes to a different language, and that you begin to wonder whether it's the psychosis of the lead character as he sort of begins to believe that there's some kind of cabal of people affecting an outcome of something that he wants very desperately. So pretty much done here. You can see the vibe of this one, chapter 42, Belonging. The album basically doesn't run chronologically with chapters, because I've made it sit as a piece of art that you would put on and it would all sound good, so there's no jarring transitions. However, on the CD reader's version here, right, there's 25 tracks that run, and you're supposed to listen to this while you're reading the novel, and I have made a reader's version, so you just listen to me making that track Belonging. There's a Belonging reader's version. Now this is what interested me actually the most out of all of the stuff that I've done here musically, is making ambient music to read to. Well, for one, because it's quite a unique idea, but two, it's really lovely to discombobulate tracks and take away all elements of rhythm from them, because they become, I don't know, even more friendly to your sense of calm. So this is the same track, just started with the guitar instead this time. So you can really feel the emotional heart of this track there, yeah? And the fact that it's creating resolution for a lot of the gentlemen who are going to this Rings and Things mental health tinnitus group. Okay, so you've been revealed lots of stuff about my novel here. The 2 Peter Gabriel albums, and of course the reader's version of the music there. That was chapter 42, Belonging. Thank you to all of you who've been watching and supporting me with the soundtrack, which will be out in a couple of weeks. You'll be mailing those out. And then, of course, in September, when the hardback of the novel comes. Okay, have a great weekend. Lots of love. See you soon.